Friday. City Manager Layton.
Thank you, Mayor. On the first page, we have 3 proclamations and an award that will be given. It's all on page 1. I do not have anything on page 2. On page 3, number 1, would approve 2 change orders for the Wichita Water Works project. These are consistent with what the council saw about a month and a half ago. These would address, one of them would address unanticipated operational issues, and the other one would provide for the extension of the completion date for the project. The second item would approve a $160,000 project to repair 4 public art pieces. Number 3 would approve the 2025 premium rates for the city's group health, vision, and dental programs. Number 4 would approve a $400,000 project to enhance technology and other equipment in Patrol East. Number 5 would approve $200,000 for the purchase of replacement police protective equipment. Excuse me. On page 4, number 6 would approve $100,000 for the purchase of police entry equipment. Number 7 would approve $400,000 for the purchase of police radios. These are all CIP projects and were anticipated. Number 8 would approve the annual performance report for the use of CDBG, home, and ESG funds. Excuse me. Number 9 would approve the guaranteed maximum price for the Alford, Maya Angelou, and Rockwell library renovations. That's all I have on page 4. I do not have anything on page 5. I do not have anything on page 6. On page 7, 3A and 3B would approve agreements with Black Hills Energy for utility work and an agreement with KDOT for federal funding for the West Street improvements. Sorry. And would also adjust the change order limits for the 2 segments of West Street. Number 4 would approve an emergency sewer repair that was required at 21st Street and Topeka. On page 8, number 9 would approve the issuance of IRBs for the Presbyterian Manors project that would refinance previous debt and also make improvements to several facilities in Kansas. I don't have anything on 9. On page 10, number 16 would approve the fair market rents for the Housing Choice Voucher Program, consistent with new HUD regulations. Number 17 would approve the selection of At Home Wichita and McCurdy Real Estate and Auction for services related to the disposition of public housing single-family homes. Mayor, that is all I have. Yes.
For page 8 on second readings, I know that we now have an additional description regarding these second readings.
Mm-hmm.
Can those be added to, as bullet points for second readings so people know what those are?
Yes, we could do that in a manner similar, like for instance, on page 9, you see the listing of the items. If you're okay with it, we could just put the plain English
Yes.
summary in like
Yeah.
that. In that
So for
manner,
instance, in
so.
this one, it would say ethics policy revision and conversion into an ordinance of the city code. And then the next one would say zone change
Yeah.
request,
Yes, we can
et
do that.
cetera.
Well, would there be an opportunity to explain number 16, just so people understand the minute standards? I don't know how else to, or when we have an opportunity to discuss that. But it's not something that the city is, we're not making that decision, but.
We're not. If you would like, you can either pull it off and we'll make we will describe it, or we could go ahead and have it as a new business under regular housing agenda. It's up to you. Oh, okay.
Either one, but maybe just to give us an opportunity to explain that so it doesn't look like it's a decision.
So we'll do a PowerPoint, we'll need a PowerPoint presentation, and you let the clerk know. We'll put that. Okay, thank you.
I just think it's important when we talk about housing all the time, and it just gives us an opportunity to educate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got it. Anything else? That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Any comments from council members?
We do have
Upcoming events?
We do have a presentation
Oh,
also.
we have a
Yep.
presentation.
But you can maybe do the comments first, and then we'll go to the presentation. Yeah.
I would just encourage everybody to come out to Unity in the Community for District 6 at Evergreen Park tomorrow from 10 a.m. to noon.
Is that a 2.5 mile walk or
Negative, it's about 1 mile.
1 mile?
Yes.
I think I can handle that.
And it'll be cool, and we'll have water and food and shade and bleachers and all the things that you need.
Just a reminder, I think we did a proclamation this week on Multicultural Festival this upcoming Saturday, so another opportunity for community to come together for free.
Great. Well, if it's okay with you, Mayor, hiding behind the podium is Jamie Nix, who's going to make a library presentation.
Perhaps. Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you again. I think I was last here in January, shared a bit about our plans for the year and how buildings were going to embody most of our time, as well as the finalization of a strategic agenda setting process. So both of those projects are like in complete convergence, and we'll see threads of how each are influencing each other in this presentation. So our Westlink Library, many of you have toured, and if you want a tour, I'm happy to do that at any point. But we had brought up that the flooring in this building is a little bit different than we've ever done before, and it's included in the art concept. It was an intentional design element so that we could bring nature and color from outside in. Yesterday I was on site and they were doing a mock-up in our storage room just to make sure that they had the technique right. And so you can see on the left that it's a little bit bold. But those are Kansas wildflower colors. Right now, construction is so on track. They've poured the concrete in the outside of our building down here and wrapped around. We're using every last inch of the property to make meaning and purpose out of. So kids will be able to come out of a door into a play space. We'll be able to wrap around for additional outdoor reading opportunities, but the number of collaboration spaces, public meeting spaces, it's just a real asset, I think, for West Wichita and Wichita in total. Major construction's intended to be complete by mid-November, which means then we'll get to set the shelves and bring in the technology and get the books on the shelf. So we're really starting to plan what that ramp up to re-business looks like. Our Angelo branch it's timeline hopped, and it was intended to just maximize getting this done. We know that library disruption of service isn't ideal, but Angelo is a really tight project that can be completed in 4 months. We're closing the branch and taking it offline this month on the 28th. We'll be closed for 4 months for an entire interior remodel and also some staging for outdoor improvements for a later project. But the floor plan here, the scope includes this really special reading room where it's now a space where programming can happen differently than we've ever had at the branch. There's a study room which hasn't existed in the branch, so we're utilizing a space that's always been kind of a dead zone. This wall toward the meeting room will have windows installed above the shelving so that when the meeting room isn't booked, that members of the public can use it for any purpose for free and just kind of an extension of the library space. I will say one of the pieces of feedback we got when we were talking at the DAB 1 breakfast was an interest in making sure that nonprofits or neighborhood associations know that they can use spaces at libraries for free. So I reread our policy and we already do that. So we're able to meet someone's someone's interests immediately. But the next part and phase for Angelo too, kind of taking that concept of indoor-outdoor space that we have at all, we're doing at Westlink. We're trying to do this here at Angelo too, to create an entry from 21st Street. Part of the project will include large signage on 21st Street that says My Angelo Library. Our RFP for art for all 3 projects, it ends today, so we've got proposals coming in. Hutton's going to do some grading and landscaping to kind of terrace this space. This isn't how it will be designed because we want to engage community, but the vision is that we've got outdoor seating, we've got garden that becomes part of the program that will turn into a seed lending opportunity as in addition to our Library of Things collection. And it becomes a bit where we can do large-scale performances where our meeting room has been small and we haven't been able to.
Is it the library who will program the garden, or are you partnering with an organization?
Our Wichita Public Library Foundation includes some starting funds for the infrastructure to build out. We've talked with the Extension Office, and we intend to have a lot of community partner conversations to best figure out how to ensure that it's vibrant. And
Can I, yesterday we attended the United Way.
on the plains, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
And ICT Farms.
yes.
Was talking about specifically small gardens like this. Is there an opportunity there?
I think so many, yeah. But this space here, it's currently a window, so we'll have a door on the way out to the garden space. We're really trying to pay attention to ADA accessibility as well. But that's to be after we get the building insides. So as soon as Angelo reopens, we'll be taking Rockwell offline. We're going to shift staff over to Angelo, increase service hours there. While Rockwell, it's being attempted to be done while we're open and then while we're closed. So we've got addition that's identified here in ED, the staff area where we've got a new drive-up window. Hutton will be doing the exterior work while we're open, and then at a certain point, we're gonna have to close. And so when we close Rockwell, that's when, we won't close Rockwell until Angelo's open, and then we'll keep it going as far as public programming and collection access.
Question, just so I make sense of the map.
Yes.
So the ones in our color is what's existing, and then we're adding ED staff areas out there.
So this is what's there now,
So it's like the full map.
and what's white, I guess, is what's there now.
Okay.
And then we're able to add on the north, east, and south. So the meeting room doubles in size. The staff room includes a new service point and better flow for tons of materials. The children's room enlarges, and then this becomes a teen space. Right now they don't have that, but there's some collaboration rooms. And then on the adult side of the building too, there will be some more collaboration rooms, but Councilmember Tuttle definitely will enjoy the new fireplace. It's a feature.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome. And I apologize, Councilmember Glasscock, I didn't change the title on this slide. This is Alford. We're in the final design phases for it, but part of the goal of this in story is about horizons. So the airline feel of the existing building and its kind of orientation to Mr. Alford. We're taking that interior as well. But this project, the most of the funds are really going to creating more meeting room spaces. This is a gorgeously built, designed building anyhow, where we can see anywhere throughout the building from the service point. That's getting a remodel because right now it's huge and big. And we want to be, have a much more welcoming, inviting, lit, vibrant experience for people to come in and enjoy. There's a new family collaboration room. There are a lot of supervised home visits that happen at libraries. So adding something adjacent to the kids' room really makes that facilitation a lot easier for community members. We'll have family play space in each of the 3 remodels as well. But nursing mother's room, I think, becomes part of public space expectations. But over here right now, it's a reading area. It's going to be turned into a teen space. We'll have collection and technology available, and really portability, flexibility throughout. Any questions about the remodels? Okay, it's happening. It's really happening. We've got movers speccing boxes for Angelo. We're figuring out all the nuts and bolts of how to operate out of the game room at Edgemore for a stand-up hold pickup. So that's kind of fun. But we're really excited about where this takes us structurally, but then also programmatically. There are so many more ways that we can engage partners, activate spaces. I will say one concept at Westlink that we're really excited about is this area is a make space where we're setting the conditions, providing small amounts of supplies, and then just inviting imagination and making to happen. And one of the things that was really interesting was we heard a lot about not having screens or analog experiences. And so this is a game room that's going to be primarily board games. There will be some video games, but we can't live in today's society without that. Anyhow, we just completed our summer reading program, and much like all of our services, COVID disrupted how we do all of our business. And so we're seeing gain this year. Our goal is to encourage reading and enthusiasm for reading for pleasure out of school. This looks like our participation. So we have, for the babies who are beginning to be exposed to books and language, you can see the participation there. Kids is school-aged, teens represent 13 to 18, and about 3 years ago, we added adults into the mix, and so we see quite a bit of growth in that area. These numbers are nowhere near where we were in 2018. It's like a quarter of where we were, so we know we've got some ground to gain. So you can start the summer by enrolling in the program and getting kind of like your guide and how you track your time and your goal setting. And then if you come back to the library and say, I finished, then you get a packet of prizes. So we have enrollment that happens and then finishing that doesn't happen. So there are a lot of reasons. But we were able to share and show the kind of how the data pulls out by zip code as part of our end of program analysis. This was really important to see and where we can really make some targeted decisions for how our book bus runs next summer, where our programming happens. But we are pulling from outside of Wichita as well for the summer reading program. And I will say that we're not the only game in town. Our baseball team had a summer reading program as well. So there are lots of opportunities, but we'll say ours is the best.
On the west side, the two large numbers, Westlink and is Evergreen pick up some of that 418?
Yeah, I think with the temporary location, we're seeing a lot of our West Wichita users use Evergreen or even the Advanced Learning Library still. But this next year, the youth services team, these are their priority goals. So we're gonna really see some remarkable benchmarks kind of moving as it relates to program completion, but specifically 67214 and 216 zip codes. Lots of different tactics will be at play next summer. I will say, I am sending all of the principals letters about what their individual enrollment looked like and offering ways for us to engage early in May to get registration if there are easier pathways to do that, or communicate with parents. So we'll also be talking with educators. Sorry, I just faded. Any questions?
I have a question. Do the hours shift from summer to when kids are back in school, or do they just remain the same throughout the year?
We actually close on Sundays throughout summer as a budget kind of decision several years ago. Our usage during the summer does decline, but I think we're starting back open. Yeah, we're back in business 7 days a week at our larger facilities now. So check out our solar-powered, Wi-Fi enabled charging bench. We've got 3 of them. We have funding to add 9 more, so we're kicking off that project as well. But so far, like in the first 3 weeks, 200 unique users were able to access internet
And
all
this,
throughout the days.
I'm sorry, when you talk about the funding for it, is that a grant?
We received a Department of Commerce grant to broadcast Wi-Fi intentionally out of library grounds onto our parking lots, and then to install 9 more of these benches throughout the city.
Okay. Another follow-up question. Could you just give a little bit of description about what we're doing for handicap accessibility or people with disabilities, just how it folds into our plans and what programs we do have for those? I know we push audiobooks quite a bit for people with sight disabilities, so just what else do we have going on there?
Yeah, I think our digital collections are definitely an access point. I think probably we're really paying attention right now to accessibility of space. So my first answers are, like at Westlink, when you walk in, we spent a lot of time making sure that this furnishing was able to be used by parents with littles, but also individuals with mobility issues, that they would feel confident to be able to get up out of the chair. The way that we've spaced our equipment and shelves, I think we're giving a lot more room. The height that we're bringing our shelves down in order for people not to have to extend reach, people being all of us. But yeah, I think some of the workflows are a lot different. But as far as collections and service, and I mean, our partnerships are strong with agencies that are in service to individuals with limited challenges or limited skills or abilities. But I think, yeah, we're always looking for opportunities to fill a need that's identified.
Okay, appreciate it.
These Wi-Fi benches, they sit in the parking lots, right? People can access Wi-Fi in parking lots. Do people have to still log into the library system so there's a tracking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have a basic compliance
Okay, and like
because it's public.
limitations of what they can access.
Yeah, it's the same process as we use inside our
Right.
facilities, so.
Thank you.
Great presentation. That saved me during DAB one day, so it actually reaches back inside the building too.
Nice.
So we have the wonderful summer program. I was just thinking, I always make my kids check out like 5 books during Christmas break. Do we have like a break program as well, like a challenge or anything?
I'm remembering a number of years ago, we did a lot of winter break activities. I'm not sure what our program plans are for December, but I can check on that.
Okay. Awesome. This is wonderful.
Okay. Let me know if I can do anything to assist you in your amazing work, and thanks for investing time and attention and dollars in our libraries.
Jamie, this is Dick V.
Yes,
Are we still looking at January for an opening for Westlink Library?
we are.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I think we do plan for each of our reopenings to have a community-wide celebration. And I will tell you, next year, 2026, your Wichita Public Library turns 150. So we're also planning that. Thank you.
Have a great weekend.